Hey, okay, so I've done a few courses now, and I just want to kind of walk you through the steps of doing this. Something a little bit better than just the checklist to get you started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm on the home page of this course, and the first thing I want to do is add this little news announcement here. Okay, so I'm going to go here to new news item, paste it in here, and we're basically just trying to prompt the instructors to add a little news item here. That tells the students how to get going. Some of the courses might already have this and you can skip this. Most won't. So I'll make sure you always you uncheck the always show start date. Once you've done that, you click publish, and that's pretty much it for the course home page. Okay. Your next step, actually, that's not it. So go to News Tool. And you just want to go scroll through the news tool and make sure you don't see any user tokens in here as well. So if you find any, just edit the news item, like first name, anything like that. That would have been an Angel that doesn't work in D2L. So this course didn't have any. So now I can start in the lessons area. So I'm going to go to Content Lessons. Okay. Ignore Overview for the time being. So this view grade report is actually something that came from Angel that's no good. So I'm going to hit this and then hit delete. And I'll make that a permanent delete. There's no reason to keep it in the course. Okay, and when you delete something, be very, very careful. Don't get impatient. It does take a few seconds for the page to reload. If you get impatient, you'll cause more problems than you'll fix. So I know it takes a while, just let it go. Okay. This full conversion log can go to, so I'm going to click on that, go up here and say edit, and delete this. Again, it's a permanent delete. I'm going to say delete. So again, some of this stuff you can just kind of get rid of, and you'll get to know it a little bit better as you're going through these courses. We just want to kind of click on things. Okay, Angel tutorials here. This is one that came from Angel and templates and guides. Notice those two are blank. Again, you'll just get a little bit better with this moving forward, knowing what to take out and what to leave. So we're going to take out templates and guides because that's a blank module. Nothing in there. And when it loads, there we go. We're going to do the same with the Angel tutorial here. Again, it takes a few seconds to delete things. Don't get impatient with it, because then you will have to submit a ticket to D2L to delete it. Okay, so I'm going to take out Angel tutorials. Once you get all the stuff that you know needs to go, your next step is to actually go through the course bit by bit and make sure you clean it up as much as possible. So one of the things here is that you have this quiz. And this is the class information quiz. Now you're going to run across these quizzes. They're called anything under the sun. Basically, it's a start here quiz. So most instructors want to encourage their students to read the syllabus, and by doing so, they create these start here quizzes. So if you notice something like this, what I'm going to do is create a start here module, which we want to encourage instructors to have. And then I'm going to, when that finishes, there it is. I'm going to drag that up to the top of the course here, because right now that quiz is the only thing in that quizzes module, which can be a little confusing for students. There's no reason for that. So I'm going to take that quiz instead and drag it into the Start Here module. Okay. And then I'm going to get rid of the quizzes module. Now, instructors are going to be recommended Start Here modules to include other things, syllabi, things like that. So I'm going to put that in there, and hopefully they'll follow up with their IDT and start getting that cleaned up. Okay, so I think we've deleted everything that can be deleted for right now. So let's actually start going through the content. So I'm going to click Start Here. Okay, we notice that the first thing we notice here, this quiz has a due date in the title. So let's take that out. That's going to cause problems. So, and you just get faster with this the more you do it. So I'm going to take that out. I'm also going to take out these due dates. Don't want any dates, anything, anywhere. I'm going to take those out and hit update. Okay, I'll leave the instructions, that's fine. The only thing I want to make on the instructions is to make sure they follow the new formatting guidelines. So I'm going to go in here. My screen's a bit small here, so I'm going to make sure I choose that. Go with Arial, and we're going to do a 12-point font. Okay? And if you can clean up this stuff if you notice it happening. Make it a little nicer to look at. Okay? So there we go. That quiz is done. And what I say is when you notice a quiz, ooh, and that can happen. So we'll click back on the module and make that quiz so it's nice and clickable for us. Okay, so the other thing you want to do on this quiz is click on it and uncheck allow reflecting in portfolio, so that make sure that's disabled. Okay, and then we'll click back on start here, or since that was the only thing in start here, we could have actually clicked back a little bit further. Okay, so now we're in the enter to unlock your course. We're going to click this page. Again, here's a token. This came over from Angel. This will not work in D2L. So what we're going to do, edit HTML. We're going to take out that token. And we're going to select, and we're going to change again, font Arial 12 point. Okay. The only other thing we want to do here is make sure we're going to start creating our folders for our manage files area. So we're going to call this unlock your course. So it mirrors kind of what's in the lessons area. Click create, and then got to scroll down through all this junk. Click that folder, and it'll look a little bit better on your screen because it'll be a little bit bigger. And select path down here. Notice the path changes. And we'll hit update. Okay, so then we'll go to the next thing in this module. And this is really easy with pages. Now notice this page has a link, so we want to click on it. Notice the link doesn't open in a new page, so that's a problem. We're going to say edit HTML. We're going to do our standard changing the font here. And just make sure, notice some of these things are headings, so you don't want to get too fancy with your font. So I will go under here and make this all 12. You want to make sure not to affect the headings. Okay, we'll make that 12. Again, it gets easier with practice. And notice some of this didn't change. And that's normal. Sometimes these get copied over from Word, and they are full of all kinds of stuff that just cause no ends of problems. Okay, so notice I keep having this issue. If you do, what I would say is you may want to copy and paste this into Word. I'm just going to hit cancel for right now. You may want to copy and paste it into Word and try it again. Or I'm sorry, not copy and paste, into Notepad, and then you'll have to change the formatting. But if you can't get it up to Arial 12-point font, you may have to do that. Okay, so keep that in mind. So I'm just going to go here to edit this HTML again. I'm not going to do that right now. But what I do want to do is make sure this link opens in a new window. So I'm going to select it. Be very careful. D2L is a little picky about selecting a link. I'm going to click here to insert quick link. This is what it should open to. If you selected it right, it should open to this page. I'm going to make sure a new window is selected. And again, the only other thing I want to do here is change path. And this time I can just expand content and put it in that unlock path. And again, my screen's a little small here, so. And then update. Okay. And then you pretty much go through and do this however many times is in here. Now this is a quiz, so with quizzes we want to make sure to take that off. Okay, and we're going to go to next. Okay, now we're here in instructor resources. Now you can tell this is an instructor resource, and it's very obvious because it says instructor and course requirements. So this looks like, okay, so what you're going to do is This is a new module. You're going to click on here. Okay, again, you want to make sure things open in new windows if you notice a link, which these do. Okay, so that's perfect. So all we need to do here is edit this. Font Arial 12. Okay, and the only other thing we need to do, change path, new folder, because we're in a new module. Create, and then again, you have to scroll down and find that thing that you just created. There it is. Select path and update. Now I'm going to pause the video because you don't need to see me do that with all the other files in here. Okay, now on this page, so I've gone through, I've started cleaning up the rest of the course. Now on this page, notice that there are links that are broken. So you're going to have to click on each link and find out whether it's broken or not. Okay, and you won't run across many courses with this many links, but notice these are all broken here, which is great. So in this case, what we probably do is, if we can't fix them, we'd follow up with the instructor. Ooh, that's to a really old page. Okay, so notice these links haven't been updated in a really long time. So what we'd need to do, and again, it's rare that a page would have this many on it, but we'd go into edit HTML, and for admissions, for example, we'd want to go and these older courses, some of them, the instructors may not have checked these links in quite a while, so you'll run across them every once in a while. So you just go and search for that link. Again, be careful selecting because D2L is a pain about that. Insert quick link. Oh, no, it didn't do it this time. So just scroll down to URL. We'll put in the link. We'll put in admissions. Okay. New window, insert. Okay, and then sometimes it does do this. So you just have to play with it a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to go through each one of these links. And I don't know the websites to all these, so I'll have to use the search tool on the college's homepage to find it. Oh, I misspelled admissions, so what was this one? Sorry. Career development. If you can't find one, let me know. Or, nope, that's not it. That's a job posting. It's career services. Sometimes they'll use a different name than what the college is using, especially for these older links like this. So to select a link to make it actually work, I tend to do Shift and arrow, insert, and it still doesn't work. See, these are older links, so there's a lot of things counting against them. URL, career development, and always make sure a new window. Always, always, always insert. Okay, and again, notice it changes formatting. My suggestion would be to fix all the links and then worry about the format. Okay, so we're cleaning up this course and we've gotten to a PowerPoint. PowerPoints present a slightly bigger challenge. What you want to do, the easiest way I found to clean these up, because notice, unlike the Word files, you can't change the path, or unlike the D2L pages, you can't just easily change the path of these from here. I wish you could, but you can't. So the easiest way to fix these is, oh, I did not mean to do that. Okay, back button works. So right click here on Edit Course and then go, notice you can open in 2 tabs, which is pretty cool. Go to Manage Files and to get the file name that you're looking for. So it's right here, Writing Styles. So I'll go over here It'll be in content, and then you just gotta find it. And it's usually pretty easy to find. It's usually down toward the bottom. Here it is. So what you're gonna do is right click, cut, or I'm sorry, click on the little drop down arrow here. And then scroll up, find your folder. Here it is. Click into it and paste. Okay. The only thing you want to make sure of when you're doing these, and this applies to Word files, PDFs, PowerPoints, Excel files, that kind of thing. The only thing you want to make sure of is that when you go back, see, sometimes they break when you move them. So if that happens, always double check, but if it happens, it's easy to fix. Choose existing, and then go through, there it is, course resources, find it, radio button. Okay. Hold on. Add and update. And then it associates it. It doesn't always happen, but it does on occasion, so that's an easy way to fix that. Okay. And then you just keep going with your next button. So this is a link that opens in a new window. So that's good. Link that opens in a new window. That's good. Okay, and then it takes us to Module 1, and we keep going. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, so now we're in Module 1 of this course. So there's how many modules? Not that bad. Okay, so 8 modules. Okay, so we've already fixed directions for Module 1. We've already changed the font and everything. Made sure that it's in the correct folder. So now if we go to Module 1, and this particular one is broken up into parts. So this will be a lot easier on more than one monitor. But again, here's a PDF. So this is going to work similar to the PowerPoints that we did in the last one. So you're going to find the name of the PDF, Chapter 1, and thankfully, you'll have, this varies from course to course, but some instructors are really good with their naming, others not so good. So it'll depend on who you're working with on how good this works. But again, you'll go over here to Manage Files area. And I haven't created a Module 1. Oh, I have. Never mind. That'll get deleted when I delete everything else. Okay, so I'm going to find that PowerPoint. Here it is. Right click, or I'm sorry, click on the arrow, cut, and then go to Module 1. Where did it put it? Maybe I did not create one. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Here it is. Click on it and paste. Okay. Now again, you'll need to make sure this works even after we moved it. So we'll click on the next thing. Happens to be an external link, and then we'll click back. And again, broken. So we'll go back through here. Having them open in 2 tabs is really the best way to fix these things. It varies on courses that use these uploaded file types. I think these particular courses that we're starting with use them more than others. Click on that, click Add, Update, and that's fixed. Okay. Again, this is a link that's open in a new window. It works, so that's good. Get to the next thing. It's a Dropbox. Okay, this is good. So you'll read the directions, make sure if there's any links in there, those work properly. Here's a date, so we want to make sure to take that off. Hit Update. I always forget to do that. And we make sure reflecting in the portfolio, we'll make sure that's taken off as well. Okay, we're going to hit Next. Here's a discussion. So usually, unless there's a date on the discussion, which there's not in this case, the only thing we need to do is take off the ePortfolio reflection. And we'll hit next. Okay, and we're in chapter 2. So same with chapter 2. And this course has been pretty good about being consistent, so I'll go ahead and get, and I'm putting everything into module 1. I know there's sub-modules in module 1, but I'm putting things all into a folder called module 1 just to keep things simple. It's still really organized, way better than it is, as you can see now. It's just not quite as, there won't be quite as many folders. So there's module 1 and paste. Okay, again, we'll bet that that breaks. Doesn't always break, but sometimes. Depends on how the course was originally designed in Angel. Okay, so we'll go up here to module 1. And you'll kind of get your own best process for how to do this, but this is add and update and next. Okay. Again, we're taken to a link. We're just going to make sure it works. And then we're taken to a Dropbox. Again, we're going to read the directions, make sure there's no links. Here's a date, so we want to make sure to take that off. I want to make sure, and you can't see this, I just realized what I'm doing down here at the bottom. This allow reflecting, we want to take that off. Sorry about that. This is update, update. Always make sure to hit update. And then next, here's a discussion. We'll just make sure again, no dates, and we'll take off this allow. Okay. So that's pretty much it for cleaning the content. It's pretty simple. You're reading through it, making sure there's no Angel terminology, making sure there's no, and what I've forgotten to do, of course, on these is to make sure that they are in the standard font. So make sure to do that as well. Okay. 12. Thankfully, that's a relatively easy chore. Okay. Go to the next one. And you can actually just click on that box. Arial 12. And update. Okay. And we know that's a PDF and a PowerPoint, so we don't have to mess with that. Font Arial 12. Discussion. There we go. Got a little too click happy too quickly. Font Arial 12. Scroll down. Update. Okay. And you just keep going through the course that way until everything is changed the way you want it. Okay. Okay, if you come across something in a course that says instructor only keep hidden, make sure to hide that. So to do that, the easiest way is just to hit bulk edit here on that item, set the module to draft, and set everything in that module to draft. And that'll keep it hidden from students. Hit done editing and you'll be good to go. Only do it if it says like instructor resources keep hidden, something along that line. Okay, if you want to add those modules into the course, go to lessons, and these are the resources that meet the QM standards. Go to lessons, go to table of contents, go to import export components or import export, search for offering. And the course you want to search for is SPC resources, and you should have access to this. Okay, this is the course you want to select, so select that. and then hit the Add Selected button down at the bottom. You can't see that. Here you go. Add Selected. Scroll down. Select Components. Okay. And you want to do Content, select Individual, and Course Files, select Individual, and hit Continue. And you'll want to get everything but SSI for right now. So on this first page, you're going to select these first three and hit Continue. And then on this second page, you'll just hit this one and hit Continue. And hit Finish. And once you're done, just view content. And it will probably, in most cases, put it down here at the bottom. So you can then move, what I would say is move My Courses Tutorials. If they have a Start Here module, move those up under that. If they don't, just move it to the top of the course. Leave SPC Resources down at the bottom, and that will take care of all the QM standards.